So it's Sunday morning before the wife can volunteer for any family activities. We're cleaning the bathroom, run outside, cut the grass. Get outside, ready to cut the grass. Lawnmower won't start. What do? Pretty handy guy. Probably fix it if you know what's wrong with it. That's where I come in. Stick with me for the next few minutes, and I'm going to help you diagnose your lawnmower. That way you know what's wrong with it, and you can fix it and avoid cleaning the bathroom. Come on. First thing that we're going to do, trying to diagnose your lawnmower, see why it's not starting. We're going to start with the most simple thing. That's your air filter. Sometimes you know, air filter gets dirty. It's not letting air into the engine. It won't start. So we're going to start with that. Now, if your air filter looks like this, it might not work. So pull the air filter out. Try and start your lawnmower. If your lawnmower starts and runs, most likely you found your problem. Okay, so we checked the air filter. That didn't work. So on to step two, we got to make sure the motor's good. So what we're going to do here, first thing we're going to do, we're going to pull the spark plug boot off, and we're going to make sure that it's not touching the spark plug. Very important. Second thing we're going to do, we're going to take this handle right here, we're going to clamp her down, have somebody hold it, tie it off with a string, whatever you like. Let's get the blower up so we can get to the blade. Now this is why it's so important that we pull the spark plug boot off, because we're going to spin this blade, and sometimes if you spin this blade, it'll start. Okay? We don't want that. We like all our fingers and hands connected. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to spin this blade. Now you see how the blade stops and then spins backwards? That tells us that the motor's okay. That's not our problem. Now, if the blade just kept spinning or it spins and stops, that means the motor's no good. Found your problem. But that's not our problem. On step three. Okay, so here's the third step, diagnosing your lawnmower. So we're going to check for spark. So we're going to pull the spark plug boot off. We're going to pull the spark plug out. I already wrenched it off, saved a little bit of time. Now we're going to put the spark plug back in the boot. Make sure it clicks in. Okay. Now this helps if you have an extra set of hands. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have somebody try and start the lawnmower, pulling the cord, while you take the electrode of the spark plug and you put it to the metal. Now when you put this to the metal, you're going to see sparks. If it has spark. You don't see any sparks, found your problem. Okay, now if you don't have any sparks, first thing you want to do, change the spark plug. Okay, if that's not the problem, then you got a faulty coil, and then you got to get a new coil. But if that's not your problem, you have spark, on to step four. Okay, so if you ran through steps 1 through 3 and everything checks out, you got compression, you got spark, air filter's good, well, most likely your carburetor's bad. Probably needs cleaning, needs service. So with lawnmowers, a lot of the time it's carburetor. But you want to run through the basic steps just to make sure. One way to check also is get some trusty starting fluid. Okay, every carburetor is going to have a hole in there that goes directly into the carburetor. I'm going to take your carburetor spray, just give it a couple little sprays, start the lawnmower. Okay, generally if the carburetor is bad, what's going to happen is it's going to start and then shut down. That's a good sign that your carburetor is bad, needs to be serviced. And if your carburetor is bad, check out one of my other videos on how to service your lawnmower carburetors. And thank you for watching. Please like, share, and follow for more videos on how to service your lawnmower.